Hello, I'm Jake Leonard. Now, some of you might have seen me around here before. I would say Calvert Exmoor is in my blood. At first, I come here in my college years. When I first found out about Calvert, I was at a residential college, and I struggled in terms of my confidence. I lived a very sheltered life in terms of exposure to disability, and it was a massive, this whole setup here at Calvert Exmoor was a massive eye-opener for me. And there's nothing, that first time I went on the King's Wing, and that feeling that I got from being dropped from the gymnasium ceiling was something that I will never forget, and something that will stay with me forever. How are you at pool anyway?
You don't stand a chance, but that's all right. Are we having a quick game of pool on the way past, are we? Is that what you're telling me?
Mate, I hate to talk about the elephant in the room, but I can't stand.
What, you can't stand pool, you mean?
No, like...
Look, Jake.
Oh!
He's only gone and wrecked the place.
Who put that there?
Don't.
Oh.
Because have you been in a chair your whole life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from, yeah. I mean, when I was younger, my parents used to like just carry me around.
Yeah.
But as I got older,
yeah,
and wider,
yeah,
you know, I had to rely on a chair. I got my first pound chair when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
And because I have a lot of younger siblings.
Yeah.
At the time, we used to get a buggy board.
Yeah.
You know, like a little buggy board.
Yeah, my daughter's got one.
And they used to almost ride on the back of the chair.
Yeah, nice.
And they used to find that quite funny.
Nice.
And then I got my first, my first few chairs were like just your box standard NHS chair. And now if we fast forward to like this chair that I'm in now,
yeah,
I call this chair the Terminator.
Right.
Because all the transformer.
Yeah.
It's a bit tight around there, isn't it? But it's a good test of my driver's skills.
That's it. Are you jealous of people that can? Are you jealous of people that can walk, or do you not look at it like that?
Me personally, I find it in my head, it's more difficult for someone who's had that experience of walking.
Yeah.
And maybe had a serious accident, which I can't put my feet in it.
Yeah.
Which then they've had that experience of walking.
Yeah.
And they have that serious accident or whatever.
Yes.
And they have that taken away from them.
So you've never had it, so you've never missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, going back to what I hate this word, but I hate normal.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, being in a chair is normal.
Yeah.
But that's because I don't know.
But it's normal for you, and I don't think there's any word with that with any. I don't think there's anything wrong with that word then, because it's normal for me to walk around. It would not be normal for me to be going around in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
If I was going around in a wheelchair as me, I'd be referred to as lazy. I think if we referred to you as going around in a wheelchair as being lazy, I think we'd have words to say about it. Yeah. No, I think that's it, isn't it? As well, is it like, you know, it's all well and good referring to me as normal because I don't know. We had this discussion earlier on because I know, walk, talk, and function for all intensive purposes like everyone else thinks everyone else is like.
Yeah.
But you know, as we were saying, like, people are normal and people come in all shapes and sizes. So the only thing that is normal is people, not necessarily not the way that you are. The way you are bit is your uniqueness.
There's a lot of philosophical words in there, though.
There is. I'm a very philosophical kind of guy, Jake. I don't know if you'd realise, but you know. You're right.
Yeah.
Cool. And then full circle again. So I think this is the thing, isn't it? This is another sort of one of those sort of unique points about Calvert. We've literally been around
the whole site.
The whole site.
And we've been able to have a regular conversation and not worry about access.
Yeah. And I think it's fair to say that your electric chair is bigger than, you know, it's one of the bigger electric chairs. Yeah. So
the bad boy,
the bad boy of electric, the Jaguar. That's it, exactly.
Well, it's not electric actually, because otherwise I would be in quite a lot of pain. They call it powered, but we're going for electric, it's fine.
But no, I think that's it, isn't it? But you've had no problem getting around. I think that's a big part of that, making, you know, just whoever you are and whatever you need or whatever you want to do, you can do it here, and you don't feel like you're not being included, or you can't be included, or you can't just go, I'm going to go there. If there's somewhere you want to go, you can go there.
And I like, if I was talking to a prospective guest that might want to come here, I would say for them that would be quite a big issue. But we've just proven in this short 2-3 minute period that here that's not an issue.
No, that's it. But I think, you know, being able to come here and just get everywhere, and I can really appreciate it. So
and like, one good thing about here, there's no age range either.
No.
I can't remember everyone from like 2-3 years old, all the way up to like, if your dad wanted to, she could come here. And still be able to access everything.
Yeah, no, that's it. I think that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. Nice, right. Let's go somewhere else.
I then had a little break while I was kind of finding myself and who I was as a person. And I went through a period of coming year after year with my college friend, and this went on for about 5-6 years. And over that time, my confidence grew, my social skills developed, and I made some fantastic friendships and relationships with guests, staff members, instructors, people that are I would class as my friends today. We've come across to the stables. This, for me, is one of the most tranquil places. Believe it or not, I was actually scared of horses when I first came to Calvert. Because of the nature of the size of the animal, and we got little Marty over here. It's like, how are you doing? Because they're so big, and they're so, I'm quite low to the ground. So for me, I found it quite intimidating. And before coming to Calvert, there's no way you would get me this close to a horse. But because of the nature of the horses, and because of their very calming nature, you know, I feel comfortable enough to be within their presence. And it doesn't just stop there. I'm also able to, because of my disability, unfortunately I can't ride a horse on the back of a horse, but I can ride a carriage and control a carriage from a chair. And we are awaiting the arrival of a new state-of-the-art carriage called a fun bug, which it's easier for the horses to pull. It's easier for myself to get on, and for those individuals that perhaps have spinal issues. It has a 4-point suspension. So it just makes the whole experience for them a lot more enjoyable. And yeah, I just sometimes when I've been here in the past, I just want to, have a moment. I just want to experience. I feel like animals are a very forgiving creature. And like they understand. Let me see if Rodney. Oh, he's too busy eating. But yeah, animals I think are one of the most forgiving creatures. And look at old Bertie. Hey boy. You're a bit wet there, aren't you, mate? But look at him. How can you not love these animals? Yeah, well, I'll tell you one of my best things to do here is the sense of achievement I get when I get to the top of that wall, and because I have limited use of one side of my body, the fact that I've got to the top of that wall with one hand just blows my mind.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm even able to do it in the first place is crazy. Like, you wouldn't think that someone in my position with very limited mobility could do something like that. And that's just what Calvert is all about. Breaking that mold of being able to do anything. It's not, no, you can't do it. It's, okay, you have these differences. How can we support you to still access that activity? And that is a feeling and something that you can't replicate.
So obviously being at Calvert, I think something that strikes me is no matter what needs, abilities, or sort of challenges you have, I think you just feel normal here. Is that a big part of it?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't use the word normal because I don't like the word normal.
No.
But a huge part of that is the staff. They break the barrier, They go out their way to accommodate our needs. Even going all the way back to when you first book, the information that the front of house can gather about your disability and about your wants, needs, it all leads to a more well-rounded and personal experience. And for us, well, certainly for me, as a 27-year-old disabled person sitting here today, it just makes it so much easier. I don't have to come to Calvert and say, oh, these are my requirements. I need X, Y, and Z to do this. Can you help me? There's none of that backwards and forwards. They already know that. And that's just, it makes the whole experience, the Calvert experience, what it is.
I love the fact that the word normal came up, and I think that's quite important. Like, everyone's normal. It's just sort of the people that just change, and the people are just different, and everyone's different. I think that's the joy of people.
And if we were all normal, in inverted commas, it'd be boring.
Yeah, it would.
And we can all learn from each other. We all have our own quirks and differences.
So now as a trustee, is it important to you to try and make others aware of how important like places like Calvert are.
Yeah, and as a trustee, I'm very much champion not only of the centre of the whole and all the infrastructure, but the people. Because for me, without the people, Calvert is nothing. You know, and there's so much of a wide range of people, and their skill sets and the instructors have are so diverse and so comprehensive. Let's celebrate that. And I truly believe, with my trustee hat on, that we can be, in a very short space of time, market leader in this area of accessible holidays. What we offer here as a package at Calvert Exmoor is something that you can't replicate easily. You can't find these amazing instructors everywhere. You can't find, look, we're in here in a big gymnasium hall, and I'm moving around in my chair now without not having to worry about, is there a bump? Are the doorways wide enough? There's no worry. I'm not panicking about where the next doorway might be. I'm not panicking about how I'm going to access their activity. And don't get me wrong, there's things in my life I do worry about. But when I come to Calvert, I don't have to worry, because I know the people are there to support me. And without the people, Calvert is nothing. So where does that bring me now? Well, as I'm speaking to you today, I'm proud to say that I'm a trustee for the Calvert Exmoor. Now, you might be watching this video thinking, he's a young guy. He's not the typical trustee. But Calvert likes to break the mould. We like to be different. So, I'm a football coach. I run my own media business. I teach people with disabilities photography. And I'm a trustee of a nationwide charity, all before the age of 30. And I've still got my whole life ahead of me. So, if I'm doing this at the age of 30, I'm saying I'll be Prime Minister by the age of 50. Dream big.